But Joe never forgets who he ran to represent: himself. See, Connecticut for Lieberman, not vice versa. So Joe has a message for Democrats and all the voters who want him to support the public option. It's not about you. It's all about Joe.
The Progressive Change Campaign Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Live, with coverage you can count on. News Channel 8 at 6 continues.
Now that the banks have been bailed, it's time to focus on small businesses. That's Senator Chris Dodd's stance on TARP spending. He's urging the Obama administration to reuse the Troubled Asset Relief Program money that bailed out banks have repaid and loan it to small businesses to create jobs for Main Street Americans. The senator made the comments today after touring the Connecticut Center for Advanced Technology Center in East Hartford.
And there's one American Dodd may have some serious trouble keeping employed, and that is himself. Recent poll numbers show he'd lose to the top two Republican candidates vying for his seat.
Chief political correspondent Mark Davis joins us live from our Hartford newsroom with word that party insiders are starting to worry Dodd's troubles could hurt other candidates. Good evening, Mark.
That's right. Good evening, Jocelyn. Ted, good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. Let me make this clear. There is no official chorus right now asking Chris Dodd not to run for re-election next year for the good of the party. And on the record, everyone says they support him. But we are hearing about a lot of worry. Sources within the state Democratic Party say that there is more and more unrest about the senior senator's chances of re-election next year, and the fear that with his name at the top of the ticket, other Democrats running for office could be hurt, that it could harm the party's chances of taking back the governor's office and affect the outcomes in at least 3 of the state's congressional races. Dodd knows he's in trouble. Sources say some town committee chairs have told him, but when asked, puts the best face on it by talking about how things in politics can change rapidly.
Things change, and I promise you, having been around long enough in all of this, knowing that things from week to week and month to month change dramatically. Mark, you've been around long enough to watch all of this as well.
But the grumblers say that no one has come from as far back as Dodd has sunk in opinion polls, and that discontent wouldn't be as strong if it weren't for the fact that Attorney General Richard Blumenthal is sitting on an 85% approval rating and would have no trouble raising the funds necessary for a Senate bid.
I've said many times that I would be interested in any opportunity to be a candidate for the United States Senate, but I do not foresee that opportunity in 2010.
Ultimately, elections turn out to be choices that people make, and I'm very confident, have a lot of confidence in the people of the state, that when confronted with that kind of a choice, will do well.
Can you honestly say that no one has expressed these views to you?
Well, you obviously have. So
no, I don't. I'm not expressing of you. I'm only reporting of you.
I know.
No one has expressed those
views to me
views
directly, no.
Not the town committees that you met with in the greater New Haven area recently?
No, thanks.
The other source of uneasiness that we're hearing about is the fact that the Republican nominee next year is likely to be at least somebody who has limitless amounts of money to spend on the campaign, or a former congressman who has beaten Dodd in every public opinion poll this year. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News Channel 8.